Aloha, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lee. I'm a photographer based here on Kauai. And as you know, I just got back from Tanzania, and I don't know about you, but after I returned from a wildlife trip, especially a safari, I kind of have the blues. I have a lot of photos to go through, a lot of content for YouTube as well. And it's hard to get back into the groove of photographing home. Now, I know Kauai is a beautiful place, but it's still home, and I miss the animals, I miss the cheetah, I miss waking up in Africa. And so I needed something to kind of get me back into the groove of the seascape landscapes here on Kauai. And fortunately enough, we had the lunar eclipse. Here on Kauai, the eclipse occurred pretty early. It was around 8:30 to 9:30, 8:45 to 9:45, I believe, might have been the peak. And while we did have some cloud cover, it offered just a fantastic opportunity to get out and photograph. So what I did, I took the R1 with the Canon 400 2.8 and the 1.4 extender with the cable release. I put it on the Pro Media Gear tripod with the Katana Junior gimbal head and went out to Wailua. And I wanted to photograph the full moon with the eclipse and some palm trees. And so I got one or two of those photos, and I'm not quite sure how well it worked, to be honest. We'll see what you think. Here it is. This is early on, so the color is just beginning to happen. You can see it just beginning to come in on the lower right-hand side, but I'm shooting through the leaves of a palm tree. And, you know, I wanted to try something different. I'm not quite sure how well this works. But once the eclipse proper started and we got really beautiful blood red and orange color on that moon, then the real photography started. And I would have liked to have gotten it with some palm trees, but it was just too difficult to get light onto the trees. And then as the moon got a little higher into the sky, it was just impossible to get the camera in a position where you could get the moon with the leaves of the palm trees. And then there was cloud cover, and so the light wasn't as strong, etc., etc. So what we have are just some moon shots. Now, because there was cloud cover, we get little clouds coming in and out, and this one is probably my favorite photo. The settings on this one are 6400 ISO, 560 millimeter f4 at 0.3 seconds, so 0.3 of a second, and here we have it. Now this has gone through Topaz denoise. This is the same shot with basic edits. So if we look here on the side, basic edits, auto white balance, exposure plus 6.5 contrast. I rose the contrast quite a bit. Highlights took it down, whites took it up, shadows up, clarity, vibrant, saturation, and then nothing here on the colors, no saturation, no luminance here on the colors. Nothing there either, sharpening, no. And one thing I did do was the subject mask. So here the subject, of course, is the moon. We take down the highlights, raise the contrast a bit, adjust the white balance a little bit to bring out a little more of the color from the eclipse. And then just like I would do with any animal's eyes, we put clarity up a bit and sharpness up a bit as well. And so this is it with the basic edits. Pretty good at 6400 ISO. And then this is it with the Topaz denoise. This is the final image that I'm going to print out on the computer a little later, and we'll take a look at it. The next photo that I'm pretty pleased with is this one here. Very similar, same settings, pretty much. ISO 6400, 560 millimeter f4. I'm shooting wide open for all of these to bring in as much light as possible. And then this is 0.5 seconds. So when you're using the telephoto, photographing the moon, you want to keep it under 1 second, I believe, okay, because it's far away, obviously, and you're using that telephoto lens, so it's going to move a little bit. So once you start doing 2 second exposures, 3 second exposures, the moon's going to move And so you want to be careful of that because it'll blur in the photograph. The other thing to consider is because these super telephotos are heavy, especially with that Pro Media Gear gimbal, the Katana Junior. I love that gimbal, it's fantastic. But when you set it up for the moon, it's going to have a little play. So you're going to have to figure out exactly how you want to frame the moon and how you want to compose it. And whenever you get it, it's going to drop just a bit. So you're going to have to use a little Kentucky windage and set it higher in the, or set it lower in the frame, and then it'll move down to the right position. Once you touch the camera, the lens, change any settings, let it settle for a couple of seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then use the shutter release cable or an app. You could use your iPhone probably to actuate the shutter. But you want to stay away from it. You don't want to be touching it there. And then after you do touch it, give it time to settle. So this next photo, again, this is the Topaz denoise. So we do have the clouds beginning to lift a bit here. And this is the photo with the basic edits. And you can see there is some noise up here in the clouds. And if we go to the Topaz denoise, that's pretty much cleared up. So the Topaz denoise is fantastic. Again, ISO 6400 on this shot. I think it looks lovely. Another one, ISO 5000. So this is going to be a little cleaner. It's 1 second, okay? Still at f4, but 1 second. This is going to be about the maximum length that you're going to want to do with that long exposure and the telephoto lens with the moon. And then here we go. Check it out, guys. ISO 10,000. These are the basic edits. As shot, the white balance is as shot, plus 0.10 exposure, just the basic stuff that I always do, vibrancy, saturation, the color sliders, untouched, and sharpening here, untouched. Here I have enabled profile correction. Enabled profile correction actually makes this one look pretty good. Not worrying about the dark edges there, and then run it through Topaz denoise with a crop, and here we go. This one we're going to print out as well, and we'll see how it goes. So we've printed each one. This is 13 inch by 19 inch and on Moab metallic slick rock paper. And you can see, maybe, we're gonna lose it, there we go. Yeah, looks pretty good. We're losing it, there we go. We'll find another way to show you this, okay? Come on, Leica, there we go. Really happy with both of these shots, and yeah, happy to get out and photograph again. And this was just exactly what I needed. Got out of my little funk, got out of the post-safari blues, and I've had a good run of photo sessions. Thursday night, Friday, busy with art night, so I didn't do anything. Saturday morning, got out and photographed. Sunday morning, got out and photographed. And yesterday morning photographed as well. So looking good, and we're going to have a few more sessions coming up because CPS, Canon Professional Services, has sent me a loaner, the 300 f2.8. So I'm going to take that all week and test that out, and then we'll put a video together for that. Stay tuned and look for that video of the 300 f2.8 with the R1. Today's episode, of course, Lunar Eclipse with the R1, ISO 10,000. That's maybe going to even be the sweet spot for some of your nighttime photography with shutter speeds under 1 second. I think if we take shutter speeds up more, then you're going to be around the 5,000 area, 5,000-6,400 or so. But ISO 10,000 in 1 second, not a problem, man. That R1 is killer. All right, have a wonderful week. Take care. Aloha. All right, now we have those two images printed, and we're going to see if we can get some interest in these couple of photos here. So what I've done, I've placed one of the prints just right here on a display desk here with one of my books, Beautiful Suffering, and then of course some wildlife. And then the ISO at 10,000 image we've placed right here on the wall under the weeping wall. So we're going to see if someone remembers the lunar eclipse, try to gain a little interest in it, and see if that generates interest in one of the paper prints that I have here on sale. Got to strike while the iron's hot with any of the timely eclipses here. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.